Good day, Mamel. This is Joycey Asebron, and for today's video, I will be going to, to show my understanding about the intellectual revolution. So, the term intellectual revolution is used to refer the Greek speculation about the nature in the period before the Socrates. So, the purpose of the fundamental intellectual and humanitarian aims or inquiry should be to help the capacity to realize, apprehend, and create that what is the value of life and for oneself and the other. So, the wisdom that including the knowledge and the technological known and how much that else besides the knowledge. So, the intellectual revolution began in Europe. So, it taking place during the 17th and 18th centuries. So, this intellectual revolution and movement is synthesized. So, this intellectual movement concerning by God, reason, nature, and humanity into a worldview that celebrated reason. So the revolution are defined in society, in learning outcome, so which articulate ways by the society to transform of the science and technology. So the significance of this intellectual revolution is to growth of science and technology is to create the prerequisites for the emergence of a uniform system for the most important fields of human endeavor. So the theoretical mastery of the laws of nature and society. So the body of the technical facilities and knowledge used to transform nature. So the intellectual revolution is the first knowledge must be acquired. So then it can be applied to help social problems. So did us it about creating and developing the social sciences. So the economics, psychology, anthropology, society, history, sociology, and the political science. So let's move on to the next which is the intellectual evolution is the development of knowledge and of its different modes. So the genesis of the forms of thought, of their adaptation to experience and the roles which they obey. So why it is important to understand the history of the evolutionary theories and ideas. So the models of evolutionary biologists had shed light to a genetic variation, so that may account for an increased risk of Alzheimer's and a coronary heart disease. By knowing the evolutionary relationships among species allow scientists to appropriate organisms. So, however, that the evolutionary theory is a dramatic change. So, the understanding of the evolution, it is important to help us to solve biological problems that impact or it can be happening to our society that it could be even be the impact to our lives. So the intellectual revolution, it will be transform the societies through critical thinking, evaluation, and creating appropriate rules for equal opportunity. It is a continuous process of development to achieve the needs of the society. So the collaborations of great minds make the world peaceful and progressive. So the most important event in the intellectual revolution is the Persian Wars and the Peloponnesian War. It is a temporary brackets and profoundly affected the process.